Then we'll go check out the vestibule in the outer room. Day 104. Bum, bum. Da, da. Look at all that moolah. We got 116 coins, 6 gems to start the day. It's going to be a banger of a day. Let's go see about this vestibule, shall we? It used to be the original antechamber. And the antechamber sure had something interesting outside of it. I forgot that it would cost me gems. That's okay. Excuse me? It's nothing? It's nothing. No. We're not going back out. I just... Fuck you, vestibule. It's nothing. Nothing clickable. Wow. Okay. Vestibule. Blessing of the Monk Notes. Vestibule. Literally nothing but an unopenable door. I guess unopenable isn't technically a word, huh? Undash-openable then, shall we? Wow, that is absolutely hilarious. Goodness. Now that we don't have the Blessing of the Monk anymore, I will say it'll be nice to not need to end the day in a room to choose for the outside. And if we take the shrine, obviously we can get the Blessing of the Monk, but I can use that day, whenever the next day is that I get the shrine, I guess is better said. We will try to do the poem. Try to do the stone scepter crown of it all. The throne room. All right, well, that was a bust, but you know what? We gotta just try stuff at this point. And we've got 219 gold, so. Okay, so what is the day? What am I doing today? We are getting blue memos on rank 8. We are sorry, I know that's hard to read from this spot. Okay. We are blue memos. A treasure trove would be nice. I wonder if the wine cellar coat of arms 4 numbers is the family core code. I don't know what the family core is, other than that the vault told me that it exists. But knowing that the coat of arms is like single digit, double digit, or whatever the note said, I'll have to read it again when it comes time to. That could be like a combination lock or whatever. Hey, Random Red, nice to see you. We just, in our previous day, I don't know if you were here or if you've just arrived, but I assume that the steps usually means you've just arrived. I got the blue note, the blue memo, in the vault, and it had something called the family core mentioned, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what the family core is, so I'm just kind of speculating a little bit to try to figure out, see if I can like jog a memory. Yeah, I figured it as you stepping in. It's nice to see you. I know I see you in other chats all the time, but as you know, I have to be a little bit careful in what Blueprints chats I go because I'm still figuring stuff out. You can see my goals up here on the screen while I'm thinking about this in the entrance hall here. So yeah, I don't know what the family core is. I also uh, did this previous day was a run where every room that I drafted, I read the directory information again, and I got 2 new little bits of information. Maybe thought you'd finish this and knew all the secrets. That's honestly, I don't know. I like whatever you sent me. I was like, I don't know any of this, so I just didn't. I don't know what it was. So don't worry about it. It literally went over my head. I had no idea. Uh, yeah, like I said, it's just I'm just like I'm out here doing stuff that I shouldn't be, being in blueprint streams that are like getting close to where I'm at in different ways. Obviously, different people are like discover different things at different times. So, like the what's the creative cat? No, I don't remember their name. But the person that we were watching last night, uh, they're like getting close to a bunch of stuff, but they only just figured out the sigils, and I did that on like day 60 or something, like 40 days ago. So yeah, don't worry about it. You did not uh, spoil anything for me, and I just won't open up that message. If I just keep talking about everything, yeah, I'm going to talk plenty. Don't you worry about it. So yeah, we got to figure out. I don't know what the family core is. I've got the 2 new pieces of information that are just sort of guiding me somewhere. Is that the courtyard said that there, and this could just be because I chose the upgrade that is dig spots, but it said, I guess I can look at it. Courtyard said the ground below looks like it has been recently disturbed, and several suspicious piles of dirt spoil the otherwise picturesque scene. Catnip, that's who it was. Yeah. So this makes me think that maybe if I treasure map to the courtyard, there will be something there. That's maybe a stretch. But the one that I think is legitimate, and I'm unsure how to approach, is that the library mentions the corner books. A few books have been withdrawn from the shelves and placed on rostrum stands in various corners of the library. So those 2 corner books, I just assumed were blank. Like they're just, you know, uh, aesthetic, for lack of a better way of saying it. But this makes me think that they're somehow going to be functional. I know early on, probably before I was streaming this, I took a magnifying glass to them, and that didn't do anything. So I don't know. It's interesting. I also 2 streams ago now finished getting rid of all the boxes in the tunnel and unlocked everything up to a blue holly leaf door. And obviously I've seen that symbolism, right? Like there it is right there. But I don't know how to open that door, and I can't fathom a way. The only thing that I've thought of really so far is maybe it's a sacred hour thing where if I go over there for at 1:30 it'll open. But there's a blue door that I didn't know existed, and that's pretty fun. What else am I working on? I also haven't solved the Baron Bafflers, so every time that Catnip mentioned the Baron Bafflers, I just muted my computer immediately and looked away for like 5 minutes. But I've got a little bit of the Baron Bafflers figured out, I think. The first one is Inmate, I'm almost certain. The second one is Martini, I'm almost certain. But everything else I'm just a little, I'm confused by. The one that says the temperature, let me just look at it. I don't need to guess. On a certain scale, this is very hot. I'm almost certain that the 3-letter word has to be red. It has to be. But the others, I have no idea. And in fact, the third one makes the validity of a statement clear. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I think it was this morning, maybe it was late last night. I just pulled up a Word like builder, like something you would use to cheat at Scrabble or whatever. And I was like, okay, if martini is correct, we know that ART is in this next word. So give me every 6-letter word that has ART in it. I looked through this whole ass list, and not a single one of them felt like they meant makes the validity of a statement clear. And that was especially true if I only looked at the 3-letter words first, like the first 3 letters of the word. And I just I don't have a clue. Informs you that there's no school today. The only idea that I have there is that the 3-letter word could be the word day, but I don't think that's right. So I think probably what I'm gonna have to do for the Baron Bafflers is like go from the top down using the 3-letter word to create the next ones, and I might just keep figuring out stuff with the word unscramblers that I want to try to use. I'll just keep kind of banging my head against it, and I also don't know what to do with the answer once I have it. So there's that. I'm still recording treasure trove chests, although I did get the true treasure of the trove, I think, the scepter. So that's done, and actually, I'm sure you know this by now, but I was surprised maybe last week or the week before that the scepter now functions differently than it used to, and that it starts here every day as long as you have picked it up. And actually, I don't know if maybe it shows up there even if you don't pick it up. I don't know. What else am I trying to do? What's my most recent treasure trove memo? Good question. Let's pull it up here. Treasure trove trunks. It looks like I've only done 9 of them, but the last one was pink boxes marked with moon always contain false statements. But that happened after I had already figured out the scepter. Because I figured out the scepter basically on the 7th one, when there was a red memo that said the true treasure of the trove is not in this room. That kind of sparked me into realizing that I could Blessing of the Monk treasure trove, then it would be in the room but not in the house, etc. So yeah, that's the last one that I've done there. I've tried Blessing of the Monk to a bunch of different rooms. Today I did the vestibule, which literally was nothing. So far, the only things that I've done 7 rooms Blessing of the Monk. The antechamber gave me the poem, which was fucking awesome, and I'm excited to see how that works out. Now that I don't have a Blessing of the Monk, tomorrow's day, I'm going to start working on getting a shrine and then putting the puzzle pieces together so I can get the stone from there, the scepter, the crown, all to a throne room, see what happens there. I'm maybe wondering if, and I'm not asking this, I'm saying this, I'm wondering if that will give me like the family core. The bedroom, nothing changed. The planetarium, nothing changed. The treasure trove gave me the scepter. The wine cellar, nothing was unique. And the vestibule today was literally just a single door that didn't open, and I was very frustrated by that. We've got blue rooms. I'm getting close to all of the blue rooms, or blue memos from rooms, but I think I should say I'm like 2/3 of the way through all of those. I have a spreadsheet of that. And then the wine cellar coat of arms, that's what I was talking about when you first arrived. I bet that the wine cellar coat of arms is the answer to the core 1213, but it's probably actually because of the blue note that I found there, and then a blue note that I found somewhere else that talked about it being different numbers. I'd have to pull up the blue note, but basically I think it's probably 1 0 2 13. That would be my guess, but I don't even know what the family core is, so I'm just fucking talking out of my ass. I had the scepter before the patch, yes, I did, and then I've now since had it, and the day that it was sitting here, I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, there's the scepter. Why is the scepter there? And then I just moved on with my day because I didn't want to choose a color yet with the scepter. And then when I did finally come back to the entrance hall and pick it up, because I then wanted blue rooms on rank 8, I read the changes to it and was like, oh, that is really cool. And like, it's obviously more convenient for everybody. And I remember there had been a bug where green, like if you ended the day in a green room, the scepter like wouldn't come back to you or something like that. But I imagine this probably fixed whatever bugs there were. You remember one time you finished the day outside to lose the scepter and Moon Pendant kept it. That's hilarious. I, now 2 in-game days ago, had a Moon Pendant, specifically didn't pick up items through the whole house so that I could Moon Pendant something. I had the master key, so I was hoping the Moon Pendant would grab the master key for me. And it grabbed me a lockpick set and the scepter. So this earlier in the stream, I had 2 scepters and I was like, how is this going to work? So I had 1 scepter. I didn't pick up this one. The scepter that I had from the previous day was stuck on hallways, which was the original one that I had, not the blue room switch that I usually do once I get up to rank 8. So it was a hallway, but it didn't seem to be actually functioning as a hallway generator because I was not getting more hallways than I typically would. And I even had drafted the pool room, not the pool room, sorry, the pool hall. So I had 3 extra hallways in the draft and I still wasn't getting hallways. So I was like, is this actually not functioning? And then when I picked up the second one, I made it green rooms and both scepters became green rooms in my inventory. And when I switched one of them to a blue room, both became blue rooms. So it was as if there was only one. It was very strange. Okay, sorry. What else? What else are we working on? I want to take a magnifying glass to the tomb to take a closer look at the manuscripts there. I don't anticipate that giving me any new information, but I just haven't done it, so I'd like to, because the manuscripts in the tomb are relatively new to me. Like only a couple weeks ago did I even think that the order of the angels in the will would give me something new. And I just haven't gone back since because I've been working on Blessing of the Monk outer rooms. And then I'd also like to try to get other bedrooms treasure map. In the same way that the bedroom gave me the Baron Bafflers, I'm wondering if other bedrooms will also provide similar permanent things like the Baron Bafflers. I don't have a clue if that's going to lead anywhere, but I want to try it. And then, yeah, we want to take a treasure map to the courtyard as well. And then I have the library corner books and family core that I don't know what they mean. Anyway, so today's draft probably is mostly going to yield or be an effort to get more blue memos from blue rooms on rank 8. I'd also like to draft the treasure trove, so I'm going to I was thinking I would grab this and make it black, but then I'll have the throne room in the draft a bunch and I don't need the throne room for anything. So actually I'll probably do either hallways or green rooms with this. Let's actually draw the first set of rooms before I make that decision, actually. You wanted to lose it to pick it up again to change it. Oh, right, because it used to stay the color of the room. Right. Right. How silly. This is better. The way that it works now is better. Like, no question. I have 2 spare verandas in my draft pool. I love the spare veranda. I'm going to draft it immediately. Although it does give me trunks really often, and that's kind of annoying. Let's go this way. I have already blue memoed the security room, so maybe we just immediately do this. Get it out of the pool. And then let's do this before I go in either of these places. Shit, a study early on. Did I already blue memo the study? I think I did. Yes, I did. You were going through your screenshots notes the other day and saw what Moon Pendant kept. It's so funny. Like the Moon Pendant, like it's good, but it's just such a crapshoot, you know? And when it holds on to something like that, where you're like intentionally trying to get rid of it or intentionally not picking up other stuff to limit the chances of what you end up getting and it doesn't give you anything that you wanted. It's just like, come on, Moon Pendant, do better, please. Should I courtyard or should I study? Another time it kept a vault key that you finally used. That's really good too. I also wonder, like, I don't know how many vault keys there are. Part of me wonders if there's more, or I don't know. That's a. I would think that I would have found it by now, but like, there are, to be fair, a lot of filing cabinets that were not openable, or let me rephrase that I have not tried to open because I have not found another cabinet key. So just the 2 in the archives, but shit, there's like a million of those in the underground, and they're just all over the place. You know, you found it 6 times before you used it, and the pendant kept it. That's hilarious. Just a slap in the face. Oh, and this is another thing. It's like a very minor thing that I'm trying to figure out, but one of the days, many weeks ago now, I had the jackhammer, and I jackhammered up a wind-up key. And I was like, this seems very strange to me, because I can't imagine there's any use for a wind-up key outside of the parlor. But if you can find it in a house that either doesn't have a parlor or that has already solved the parlor puzzle, why does this exist? So I've put it in the code check, and I haven't taken it out since, because I just know in my heart of hearts that there's going to be something that needs a wind-up key, or an extra wind-up key maybe. But I don't know. A part of me actually thought maybe as I was opening those doors in the tunnel, one of them would need a wind-up key, and I was like, "Ooh, thank goodness I have this," but it didn't work out that way. I'm gonna take the study here. Okay. Beautiful, lovely. Is this always empty? Probably. I'm just seeing stuff now, you know? Okay. So now, I think I will go green room since I have the spare veranda already selected. And then once we get up to rank 8, we'll switch to blue, as we did yesterday. Now, there's a chest in the spare veranda. The security, I want to change. Unless there's a security key right here. No, of course not. All right, let's move ahead. Start drafting. Get the day moving. First, we already knew that. We'll set this to low for now. I am really annoyed that the vestibule was literally not even the vestibule. Oh, I don't mean to have the goals up on the screen all the time. Sorry about that. If you do want me to pull them up again, you let me know, but I typically don't have them up. Okay, low and unlocked is good. Let's log in. Let's start an experiment. I don't have any reason to any longer, but still worth doing. And then let's also check. No new staff announcements. I say there's no reason to do a lab experiment. I just mean, like, for so long I was working on getting rid of the tunnel boxes, and now it's just back to being a helpful tool rather than something that I'm trying to, like, accomplish, you know? I did remove the removing boxes from the tunnel experiment as well. Continue with experiment. Let's see. Set your dice to do is pretty good. So we'll do that. Although I do have the, I do have the study. So maybe I don't need dice. I mean, dice are always good. That's a silly thing to say, that I don't need dice. So had I done this before I picked up the scepter, I could have done hallways. But now I think we're gonna do spending 2 or more gems. All right, spend 2 or more gems, set your dice to 2. And then let's also check. I think it's been a while since I opened the email of this room. Nothing new. Fucking Kirk Darren. Who are you, Kirk? Who are you? Okay, I don't know. Let's continue. Are any of these rooms that I hadn't drafted last run? No. Let's continue to the corner. The parlor's pretty great in this circumstance. I could utility closet, but the utility closet is one of the rooms I'd like to get on rank 8. So I'm gonna not do that. I'll do the parlor, grab the extra gems. Assuming I don't mess it up, which hasn't happened in a while. The gems are in a false box. The gems are in a false box. Only one of the other boxes is false. Well, they both say the same thing. So this must be false, which means that these are both true. So they're in the black box. That's an easy one. Man, a couple in the last stream, I had one of the most difficult of these puzzles that I've ever seen. Each box had 3 statements on it. And it took me a good little bit of logicking out on my iPad to figure it out. Okay, so that's good. Let's just go up from here and grab this extra spare veranda. Hell yeah, dude. It's so good. I'm going to be item rich in no time. Yeah. I'm going to hold off on using this key here because I'm hoping that I'll find a sledgehammer in another green room. So right now there is a trunk in both spare veranda and spare veranda. The hallway is another room. The hallway closet, I should say, is another room that I'd like to get on rank 8. I guess I could just dark room and not go in there. Yeah, sure. All right, I'm going to go in just to trigger this, but we don't need to do anything in there. Okay. Now, let's keep going across this way. Any gem or anything? No, just the trunk. This is a fine place for an indoor nursery, isn't it? The game wants me to get this utility closet. I don't need the gems, that's for sure. The only reason I would do the indoor nursery really is because it'll give me items probably because of the verandas. But I think I'm going to just redraw for free. We can get something better than that. Commissary would be great. I might have a sledgehammer in there. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Magnifying glass. Can I get to the tomb? No, I cannot. Okay. Sledgehammer. Sleep mask. Sure. Let's just take everything. All right. Before I run back for the trunks, workshop is a room that I have not put on rank 8 yet, so we're going to save that. Then I just put on rank 8, so we'll take that. I know I still have 50 steps, but it does kind of feel like I'm running low on them already. Just a thought. Solarium. Absolutely. here. Everything. Oh, you know what? I didn't draft the darkroom yesterday. A room dedicated to photo processing, development, and printmaking. This room is outlined with safe lights, which provide red illumination to which the photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights often overload their circuit capacity and blow a fuse. That wasn't anything new, but that's fine. Let's keep going up from the den for now. Courtyard sounds good to me. More items, please. That is interesting. Okay. So now we definitely will not need the utility closet. Unless I desperately want to turn on the lights in the dark room, but I don't want to do that. Give me turnips. Oh my gosh, I just heard dogs barking outside and my brain was like, I don't have the kennel, but it's real dogs. Okay, so now that I have the key card, part of me thinks I should go back down to security immediately. Along the way, I'll grab the trunk and the spare veranda, up the key card doors to high, and then I can go up the other direction. Yeah, we're not going to open these doors yet. We'll be back for you. Yeah, the bark happened right as I did the dig. Like, it was perfectly timed, and it even had like a very similar kind of tone and way of sounding as the kennel dogs do. Man, I can't believe that there's another thing that I don't know about. The fucking family core in the blue note for the vault has put me just completely on my ass. I have no clue what or where that could be. Okay, let's go. Let's take the East Wing Hall. And have I read this one? This fenestrated hallway overlooks the east side of the estate grounds and is warmed in the early day by the light of the rising afternoon sun. Does fenestrated mean windowed? Because I know defenestration is like to throw someone out a window. Fenestrated. Having windows. Yeah, okay. Quite a word. I feel like that's really intentionally obtuse. I wonder if that has some meaning beyond just that it is windowed. Obviously, I don't know. Oh, hello. Where? I don't remember where stuff is in this one. Good, good, good. I wouldn't mind this just connecting down to the darkroom so I don't have to think about that anymore. So the aquarium is great. It'll have the extra chance of items from the verandas. Yeah. Man, I'm not going to be able to set my dice to 2, like, ever. Bingo. Yeah, I know words. English, like, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's English. Figuring out Arajan, not so much. Oh, that's another thing that I, like, need to eventually just sit down and do, is the fucking note, I think from Lady Epson to Mary in her in the tomb. I've not translated that entirely, and I just like, I know it's like new beginnings and talking about the future, but I just never, I'm so bad with language that isn't English. I haven't done it. I don't want this to be where I put the cloister. That's for sure. So I'll chapel. Yeah, let's chapel. Oh no, it's going to take my 1 coin from 206. How awful for me. Do I go back through the East Wing Hall? Go north, or do I just take... I think I am going to do that, actually. I'm so just callous with my steps now, because I have so many, and I have so many ways to get more. Both of these blue rooms I've already rank 8'd. So, let's take advantage of that and put a conference room down. Man, I thought for sure there would be a key in here because of my metal detector. But no. Okay, this could go straight across into... there? Hey, kennel. I already kenneled in rank 8, right? Yes, I did. Speak of the kennel. Should I go through just for the dig spots? It was so worth it. We got an old tin can. Coin, coin, coin. That'll make up for the one time I'm gonna have to go into the chapel probably just now. Alright. Is that all of them? Let's take a look. I don't see anything over there. Ah, screw it. I should have trusted my gut. Alright, that's fine. Wasted 2 steps and a coin. That's not gonna matter. I think we just are continuing north. I would love for this next door to be the cloister. That's not the cloister. The mailroom we want on rank 8. Maybe this is the spot for the indoor nursery, actually. It's nicely centered, accessible from the foundation, meaning both outside and multiple doorways. It'll be near enough the conference room that if I spread stuff, it'll make sense for me to do both at the same time. I think that's actually a great idea. Plus, it gives us a chance just to look around. Oh, wow, there wasn't anything in here. That's crazy. I have 2 verandas. What? Oh, Red, if you're still here, or anyone else that's watching, I have a question that I'm okay being told the answer to. When I draft from the Cloister of Rinna, a green room, my luck increases. Is that permanent? Is a luck increase from the Cloister of Rinna a permanent increase? Or is that just for that run? I couldn't... The wording of everything, the way that it said it, I couldn't fathom one way or the other. As far as you know, it is permanent. Okay, great. Yeah, it seems like it would be a permanent upgrade because, like, luck during a run in a room that costs that many gems just feels... That would feel bad, and I would have regretted doing it. But I'm hopeful that it is permanent. Okay, to the conference room. Man, there was not an item in either of those. What special key do I have? Silver key. Don't even remember picking that up. Oh man, a 3rd veranda. And we'll get 2 dice from it. That's very worthwhile. So now there are gems in the nursery. I'm going to need to spend dice to make best use of my dice. Thank you, dogs. I didn't pet the dogs. What an asshole. I need to read, though. This relaxing breezeway serves as an ideal spot for rocking chairs and lemonade. That's not helpful. Any of these others ones that I didn't draft last time? Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions, it can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. You have Rena also. Does it feel like your luck has gone up as you've drafted green rooms from it? I do feel that way. Although times like this where I got no item in the indoor nursery despite 2 verandas does kind of feel bad. Conference room I don't think I read yesterday. In his latter years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings which were held in the professional setting of this room. That's not helpful. Chapel, a private... no, I did read that yesterday. Okay. Red, are you playing like bingo or anything at this point? I know that's something that a lot of people are doing now. And a lot of people are doing it even having not 100% completed this game, which is surprising to me. The workshop is an incredible room, but we are saving it for rank 8. Dining room, I have already gotten the blue memo in. Nah, you don't bingo. So what are you doing at this point in blueprints? You said you were looking through your notes. Like, are you just hoping to discover something new, despite probably knowing all the things? Oh, you're just not playing much. Got it. I see. You saying that you were looking through your notes made me think that you must be playing it as well. Once I finish 100%ing this game, I'm actually going to do a hardbound printout of all my notes. Just like have it as a coffee table book for posterity's sake. I love this game so much. As I know you do as well. And we all do. Everyone that plays it. Even people who don't end up continuing beyond. The majority just love this thing. You're regularly looking through your notes when you're when you're watching streams. That makes sense. That's a fun idea. I should do that more. It just sucks because I keep watching people who are streaming it, really loving their playthrough, and then as they get closer to where I'm at, I have to stop watching them. And so I just like keep starting over, which is cool. I love watching people start the game anew. But like I would like to eventually watch someone get all the way through. There's things you want to find and do before you progress further. Got it. Interesting. And I know that you're a very seasoned Blueprints watcher veteran, I should say. But nonetheless, thank you for being such a good watcher of it, in that you respect the way that people want to play. If people are asking for help, I've seen you help them. If people are explicit about not wanting help, you're happy to just watch. It's very, very good. You know, every once in a while we get one of those streams where someone, not me, luckily yet, but where someone will just be like, making, even if they haven't played the game, like they're making guesses about the game, and it's just like, bro, let this person play. Enjoy watching them figure stuff out. That's the whole point of this. Which direction am I going? This would be a great cloister spot. Hey, I'm gonna lose 2 dice in this exchange though. That's hilarious. I think it's worth it though. Fuck, that's so stupid. I should have gone to the north door knowing that I didn't want the cloister there, and it actually can't be there now that I think about it, and then done this. What a mistake. And it also costs 3 gems that I'm starting to run a little low on, but I'll get more gems. It's fine. Hilarious. I just lost those dice. Ugh. feels pretty yucky, but I want to get my, opportunity for, luck increases, you know? Okay, let's do this south door first. Let's do this to increase our luck. I am going to need to go back for gems pretty soon, it seems. There should be one here, hopefully. I do not want you, compass. You are never my preferred item, thank you. Okay, good. Our luck has increased. Now, let's go... I do still have 2 gems, so we're okay for now. Let's go to the west. Yeah. I've finished Dare mode and I've finished Cursed mode. I have yet to try... basically, the only trophies that I'm still waiting to get are day 1 hour, which apparently people do together most of the time. I just can't, like, even after knowing the game and understanding it really well, it's hard for me to fathom being able to get to room 46 in a single day. Obviously, if I'm able to do it in a single day, I think it's very doable in a single hour. And then I also have not done the Dead Ends trophy, but I think those are the only 3, other than the one for collecting all the trophies. You've done Dare mode, but haven't tried Curse mode. Curse mode was a fun challenge. If I remember correctly, Dare mode I finished in something like 15 to 20 in-game days. I have VODs of it if you ever want to go watch it on YouTube. But Curse mode, it was like somewhere around 40 to 50 days. And it was hard. Like, the first few days of Curse mode are fucking... they're serious. Like, a very serious challenge. Let's think. I'm going to redraw this. Am I going to redraw this? I also do need more stars because I spent all those stars a long time ago. You could have had the 1 hour, but you mucked around too long. Ah, that's too bad. Have you done the single day, but not the 1 hour? I'm going to do the observatory here. This may be a bad call, but I have gems that I can go get if this does not give me gems. It sure did give me gems. Spent too long drafting out rooms and wasting time after you did the underground stuff. It happens. Not a big deal. You'll be able to do it again. That's not a concern. Why is there a space? Do you see that? In the top left right now, top left, sorry, I have it backwards. In the top left of the screen, way up there, 69 steps, 38 stars. Aren't they normally immediately next to one another? Am I close to getting another, like, visible resource that I don't know about over there? Whoa. Am I wrong? You don't need to answer that. Thank you, though. Wow. I'll have to look back at previous days' VODs to see. Could it have something to do with either the blue door or the blue memos, like the core, family core that I found or something? I didn't find the family core, but the note that talks about it. Very strange. Okay. This, if I use the silver key, it's almost certainly going to be a red room. It'll be like archives. It'll be weight room, and then something else. But I do have a lot of rerolls, and I have the ability to gain rerolls back. You looked at the timestamp of the screenshots you took and you had enough time. That's too bad. But again, you'll be able to do it again. Don't worry about it too bad. It is these are the, I'm so interested to like understand. One thing that I do know is that when you start a new game, if you draft, I could be slightly wrong about this and you can confirm or deny, it doesn't really matter to me. But I think if you like draft all 3 rooms within a minute or something, like very quickly, the game knows that you're a veteran or some shit, and it makes it so that you're like, it's not gonna give you the automatic things that it gives you normally at the beginning of a game. So like, for example, the first time you draft the bedroom ever, it always has a trunk in it so that you learn how a trunk works and what it's doing. But I think that like turns off or whatever. It's called veteran mode. Ah, yeah, cool. It could also be a hallway, and I would love one of the many doored hallways. There we go. What would Mechanarium give me right now? 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. That's not really helpful to me. Let's just do this hallway. And then before I draft from there and or grab that key, let's try to make sure this is a green room. Do I have the blue note for Rotunda? I don't think I do. I don't. Okay, good. All right. It'll bring out all of the time-locked rooms. Oh, that's how you get Foundation on day 1. Of course, that does make sense. I was wondering that. Right. That is helpful information. Right, yeah, no, the pool is for sure not the same early on, right. That's cool. Yeah, same with like the bookshop, right? That doesn't show up for a while. Unless you get a lucky early library upgrade like I ended up doing, actually. Stuff like that. No, I understood the drafting pool. That's funny, I have the pool up on screen right now. Let's redraw again. I would like to try to get a green room here. Damn, and actually both of these blue rooms are rooms that I need on rank 8. I think I have to redraw again. I do still have gems in the nursery. I think at least 2, maybe more. Those are just not what I'm looking for. That's fine. When you went for speed runs, first 3 doors as fast as possible and got Foundation several times. Makes sense. Well, I guess we'll draft the casino to get again our 2 dice. Or I can take the classroom and just be fine with that. This is kind of a bummer because I would have liked to be able to go north from here. I guess I could also just storeroom. It is a blue room that I don't want on rank 8. Let's do that. Because I've already done this on rank 8. No other items. The blue memos don't stick around when... I guess I never thought about that. Yes, I did. The parlor one is what made me realize that they don't stay. In dare mode, you got a foundation a few times, but failed a dare and lost the day. My dare mode was really challenging in that I don't remember in what order things happened, but I couldn't use elevators. I couldn't go outside through the entrance hall. And I couldn't, I don't know, it made it really difficult to just like get stuff going outside. You couldn't eat fruit and would forget and click on fruit. Yeah, of course you would. It does look like ads are about to start. Sorry about that. If anyone would like to avoid them, you can always subscribe. I don't expect you to. Hopefully you have an ad blocker. But yeah, like it was just really hard to go outside. So the only way I could go out there was through a garage that had an open garage door, basically. Are any of these rooms that I didn't draft yesterday? This one is. The love of floriculture has never been more evident than in this nursery, where new buds are cradled and nurtured as they grow. 2 prominent flower beds house a variety of valuable blooms, cultivated for the Baron by the former gardener, Denny Ravane. Okay. An intimate and warm room with a large dining table, boasting a serving tray with a silver dome cover. Dinner is served here each evening. We read that. We read those. Okay. So now I need this to be a room that goes north from the dining room. It's going to be hard to do, but it would be nice. We're going to try. Tunnel. Great. And then we're not going to go through the tunnel because we need to switch to blue for our scepter before we go north from here. I'm not even going to go in there yet, actually. We'll deal with that later. We're going to go back to the hallway. Grab this key. There is another thing? Isn't it usually right here? Oh, a key. Oh, I guess if a coin, it's here, and if it's a key, it's there. Man, that's one thing that I just never can figure out, is the locations of the metal detector stuff. I know they're pretty standardized in each room, but for some reason it just is like something that I cannot fathom ever. Okay. I was hoping that this would be turning to the right. Could be worth redrawing here. Because what I wanted was for this to turn to the right, and then I would come back down here to the courtyard, all the way back down into the left, to draw and draft north, so I would have access to 3 guaranteed spots for blue rooms, even if they were dead ends. I think I'm going to redraw. I want something that goes to the right. The mechan area will do. I've already done the blue note from there. I think that'll work. I haven't fully understood where the doors will end up, but let's give it a go. I guess I can go down now, huh? Oh yeah, okay. So because there were no already existing doorways, it just defaults first to doors that are actually going to a new room. And then after that, it does the diagonals. Understood. Okay, so we can go south from here, actually. Actually, no, let's just... No, let's go south and see if we can get some dice from a room. I just did the drafting studio blue note, right? Yeah, okay. So that would get me the dice that I want. I'd be down to 4 gems. And that's fine. Now, it would be nice not to spend any more gems before I end up back at the nursery. Unless it's for green rooms specifically. Well, okay. We'll take the wine cellar and go backwards. Give me those gems. You... Oh. I know something about you, but I don't know all of you. Okay. I'm not yet going to draft to the left of the mechanarium because I wouldn't mind the courtyard, and I'm going to have to come back to the mechanarium anyway. So if the courtyard just goes all the way to the north, then we're fine, right? So we're going to go back out, travel through. We do only have 57 steps, but I think we're fine. Travel through this way. Grab the gems from the indoor nursery. And then out to the courtyard. Okay, great. Clever boy. Okay. How do I get there? Dining room to veranda. Oh yeah, and I will be able to get steps from the dining room as well. Sorry I didn't pet you before. Are you Drawbridge? Are you what are the other names? Hot Sauce? Okay. To the nursery for the few gems that are here. Oh, wow. 6. Oh, is it 2 for every? Wow. For some reason, I thought it was only 1 for every green room. It's 2, and that's awesome. Do I want to go down the foundation to get to the entrance hall? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, I can do that faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or down 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same. It's the exact same. So we'll just stay in the house. We do lose a coin, but I don't think that's a big deal. Okay. Let's do a quick gander here. 1 compass and nothing else. Does that mean the darkroom would not have anything if I turned it on? I thought that the darkroom stuff still showed up in security despite it not being accessible. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, here we are. We just did the vault yesterday for the blue memo. This would gain 1 die and $1 million. Who cares? Nursery is a room you underused early. Yeah, I think that on days where I am green, like heavy green, I do use it often. It's just been a while since I used it. So I'd forgotten that it was 2 gems each. I obviously like I think most people end up choosing the, what is it called? The like the nurses station, I think is what it's called, that lets you, if you're below 10 steps, you go up to 20 or something like that. You know, whatever it ends up being. I'm sure I'm slightly off or something. But I feel like people choose that and then either never use it or draft their days in ways that make it more useful but make the rest of the day worse. So I am glad that I chose the indoor nursery, and there have been some days where it's really come through in a big way. I'm going to go with the vault. I have plenty of gems. It will give me an extra die. The mailroom is a room that I want on rank 8. Uh-oh, I'm hearing crackling in the audio. Let me just do a quick reset of OBS's game audio here. Just in case. I've had a couple of my VODs ended up being, like having little sections that were crackly audio, so I'm being a little extra cautious about it. Okay. Nursery plus Blessing of Gardener. Yeah, you know what? I've gotten the Blessing of Gardener before. I think I've gotten all of the blessings at this point. But I don't... Let me say this. The blessings were something that I deeply underused until now, where I'm working really hard to get the Blessing of the Monk active more often. I just, like, for some reason, never really used the shrine. How many vaults? I think all of them. Is it 4? Here, let's just walk back in there. I'll show you. You don't need to say... So I've gotten this one. Yeah, 4. If there's a 5th one, color me surprised. Because I feel like by now I should have gotten the vault key. Unless, of course, it's something that I have to, like, dig up or find in some other way. But I think I've gotten all of the, like, naturally occurring vault keys. I actually didn't realize you could close these doors. I guess just so that you can verify the number or whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's keep going. This is a great spot for the corridor, I suppose. I would have liked it up further because now this is what we're getting here. Let's go patio. Why not? Yeah, so now we're going to have to go all the way back around, which is fine. Hello, all the things. Yeah, the unique, like, smaller keys that I've found, like, I've done all the sanctums. I found 2 of the cabinet keys or whatever they're called to open the 2 drawers in the archives. 4 vault keys. Trying to think what other ones there would be. I don't know. Okay. So now we gotta go all the way back. Do I have a kitchen today? No, that was yesterday. I know we have the dining room, but we'll have to backtrack to get it. Is it worth going into the nursery for 2 more gems? I don't know that it is. Once I get up there, I'll count it out, I guess. Oh yeah, let's double check one more time. $12 gems. Why are there 12 gems? Oh, because I just spread gems to all the green rooms. Shit, I just walked through green rooms. Oops. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, a conference room. I know. Thank you, though. I'm just trying to count out whether it makes sense for me to go to the indoor nursery or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get all the things. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then I'll get dining room. Yeah, it does. I can just do the extra steps. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to go straight north to the indoor nursery, then come around to the conference room. Straight north is through the dark room. I will say the conference room, and this is common for people everywhere. It's just something that you forget exists until you go searching for the thing. You're like, oh, I spread keys all throughout the house. Let me go find them all. And then you're like, oh, fuck, the conference room, of course. It's just so funny to mess up that badly sometimes, you know? Just wasting steps trying to find all those stupid keys, and then you're like, well, there they were the whole time. Good boy, Drawbridge. Oh, you're back. I've forgotten the other names. Oh, you too? Okay. All right, let's get these. No, I can't reach across? Okay, good. Now we're gemming. Okay. So I have an infinite number of rerolls, effectively. I mean, I know you can only do 8 at a time, but that feels good. I believe I have 2 things that I'm thinking I'm going to do. One is immediately change the Royal Scepter to blue and just start at the tunnel. However, a part of me wants to just draft this room next to the Mechanarium first to get whatever it is out of the draft pool before I start doing the rank 8 for blue memos. At the same time, I have so many rerolls, maybe it doesn't matter. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't matter. Okay, we'll just go up to the tunnel now. Of course, something will happen where it will matter. I'll kick myself for it, but whatever. Okay, so we're looking for... Oh, I almost forgot to switch the scepter to blue. Here we go. I don't believe I have done the pool. I have not. Well, then, that was easy. Oh, you know what? Before I continue, let's double check any rooms that are drafted that I didn't draft yesterday. Yeah. A short staircase leads down to this below-ground cellar, revealing an impressive collection of bottles from every respectable vintage of the last 200 years. To the seasoned wine aficionado, the labels displayed here would indicate a preference for prioritizing extravagance and rarity over quality. I don't think that's any information for me, but glad to have checked it. Drafting studio I did. Mechanarium, an iron-vaulted mechanical chamber affixed with motorized panels that can reveal up to 8 different doors depending on the parameters at the time of creation. That's funny. That actually answered a question that I had a long time ago that I just was like hurting my brain about. I was like, if I draft the Mechanarium and then I draft more mechanical rooms, will it add doors? No, it tells you that right there. Of course not. Okay, and then the pool. An indoor Arindian pool was one of the more modern additions to the estate, the inclusion of which provided a convenient excuse for building a handful of other rooms which not only complement an indoor pool, but are often compulsory inclusions. I guess that doesn't really tell me anything either. Okay, let's find this blue note. Ring a ding ding. Guess we'll grab this first. I'm rich. Gosh. Okay, blue note. There doesn't feel like there are a lot of hiding places in this room, but I certainly don't see it. You know what blue note really pissed me off and took me a long time to find was the laboratory one. For some reason, I just could not find that one to save my life for a really lengthy amount of time. Huh. Maybe it's like in here? That'd be kind of fucked up if you had to have the pool drained to find the blue note. But I wouldn't put it past the game. That's for sure. It's really funny that every time I like can't find it within a few seconds, I'm like, am I really on rank 8? Am I sure? Yeah. Is it attached to this or something? I see it. I think I see it. Whoa, that's a crazy place for it. Wait, can you not? Oh. Excuse me. Hello, magnifying glass. I haven't had you in a long time. Okay, the pool. There is only one location in the estate where every room in the drafting pool can be drafted. That does make sense to me. Gamers never look up. Not this gamer. I'm looking up often. I think. More than most. But obviously that was the last thing that I looked at. So there's only one spot where anything can be drafted. I mean, I would assume it's this one where the hallway is currently. 3-4-way can go there. The foundation can be there. Oh, but the secret garden can't be there. Wait a minute. Every room in the drafting pool. So I guess the secret garden's not technically in the drafting pool. Are there others that have like really specific requirements? Huh. Which of these? The morning room only happens when you get the okay. The greenhouse can't be there though. There's a lot of things. That's a confusing note to me. I don't feel like there's only one location in the estate where every room in the drafting pool can be drafted. Maybe this means something that I'm misunderstanding. Maybe it means the locker room, sauna, and pump room. No. I don't know. I guess that's something that I may need to think about more at some point. That said, I think I go get the food first. I mean, I'm here. I may as well just draft these rooms. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the north first. Take something out of the blue room pool that I already have. We'll do the music room. Why not? I guess I could just try to get the conservatory, which always is good, of course. I have 4 free rerolls plus all the other rerolls. But getting a blue room out of the pool is good. This is a hilarious day. I have not pulled a single lever. I'm realizing. Yeah, let's do this. Because then I can also get another room out of the pool next to the antechamber. Hi, Secret Garden. You're useless to me. Oh, that's not true. I can use it right here. Oh, nice. Plus, we get this great music. We've already done the trophy room, right? Yes. This is interesting. So the gallery can go left to right. For some reason, I thought the gallery was only able to go north to south. Good to know. Okay, let's take the trophy room out of the draft pool. I know it costs a lot, but we're going to get those gems back immediately. What? Man, are there not standardized locations? Or am I just blind? Wait, what? What just happened? Oh. Okay, let's double check. Was I right about which ones I'm missing? Oh, okay, so yeah. The dead ends. It's 1 day. Oh yeah, no, I got it right. Dead ends 1 day, 1 hour, and then all of them. We're close. I'm pretty proud of this trophy room so far, to be honest. Are these something clickable? No. Okay, so now that I know that the gallery can be left to right, east to west, I'm going to draft from the pool, trying to come across this way. And try to force either that or the workshop, which I do not have either of for the blue memos. No, I did not read the trophy room. The polished brass of the treasured laurels filling the trophy cases of this room reveal the pride their owner must feel having earned them. Achievement is its own reward, but a gold cup is also nice. I agree. Okay, let's do this. Oh, fuck you, Chamber of Mirrors. I didn't even think about you being a thing that I needed a blue note for. Oh, that's going to be hell. I hate the Chamber of Mirrors. Although it did give me an extra spare veranda, so I can't complain about that. It was technically just a spare room when I first grabbed it. I didn't know how great that was going to end up. The other thing is that I do still have these 3 spaces, so I could just take what I'm given here. But it feels like I don't need to do that. I've got enough redraws. Mailroom is the only one of these 3 that I don't have. Workshop. We'll do the workshop. It's nice to get the workshop out of the way, especially because Now I'm going to stop avoiding drafting it earlier, because the workshop is great. It gives you a free major item every time. Springs, screws, and coils scattered atop the workbench show signs of this room's frequent use. A craftsman's studio dedicated to creativity and invention. This room was used by your uncle regularly whenever he needed to fix or improve a gadget or contraption. Cool. Here we are. Lockpicks. I have increased my lockpicks over the last few days. My lockpick skill, I should say. Let's find a blue note, shall we? Oh. First, let's find these coins. Mm-hmm. Ah. Okay. Workshop. Certain rooms, like mechanical rooms, are more likely to contain security doors. I guess technically I didn't know that, but I did know that. But we've done it. Okay, is there anything that I want to make right now? Not really. Okay. Do I just keep going? I do need to get back to the dining room before I really start moving and grooving. But this could be a good dead end spot for a blue room, so let's do that. And finally... Oh yeah, the hallway closet would be great to put here too, right? I for sure don't have it. Let me just make sure I didn't call it closet. Yeah, okay, good. Hallway closet. Excellent spot for it. I see you already, Blue Note. You're not hiding. Okay. Is that helpful information in some way? The closet was one of the original 46 rooms of Mount Holly. I don't know. I don't know why that would be information that I need, but I'm glad to have it and be able to start drafting the hallway closet again in other places. I didn't read you, though. A very modest recessed space used for storage. This particular closet is favored by the junior members of the staff, who utilize it to stash away assorted articles and knickknacks whose proper place in the estate is yet unknown to them. That's an interesting way to say it. Things that don't belong, huh? Interesting. Is there more to you than meets the eye, hallway closet? Have I been ignoring your possibilities? I don't think so. But maybe. Very well could be. I do have the trophy room, thank you. Okay, so we're just going across to the mechanarium. Is this right? I don't know why it feels wrong, but it is the way to go. Hey, wait a minute. The stars... I'm wasting a step to do this. The stars are back where I thought they belonged. Was that just a bug, maybe? I won't know until I know. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we're going to do this, hoping to get a room that curves north. And even more ideal would be a blue room that I have already put on rank 8 that goes to the north. Oh, I could also secret garden here and guarantee that I have an exit to the north. But I also have a million rerolls. Let's just open it. I don't need the secret garden. Okay, so the drawing room is exactly perfect. It even gives me an opportunity to get another room out of the draft pool to the south before I do it. You know, when I found the blue note in this room, I was really confused because it says months are slightly longer than days. And I literally was laying in bed just like, what the fuck are you talking about, video game? And I realized it's because the month arrows are slightly longer than the day arrow. I didn't, yeah, isn't that crazy? I was like, what are you saying? Months are slightly longer than days? They're a lot longer than days. It felt very silly to me, but obviously it was really there just to help someone who hadn't solved the safe yet. I guess that's true of a lot of blue notes, right? Like, for whatever reason, I'm doing this much later. Done the same with some blue memos. Yeah, like there was another one too. I wish I could remember. I guess I could look through my list. There was another one that was like very clearly for a puzzle that I had solved 20,000 years ago. But, you know, you got to have ways for everyone to find them. We have already done the attic as a blue memo. Let me just double check that I'm correct about that. Yes. And this would give me an extra die. Perfect. Plus, like, all the items that I could ever want. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And something else. 9. Just an extra key because of the metal detector. Or an extra coin, I don't know which. Okay. Did I read you already? A social sitting room adorned wall-to-wall with artwork and drawings. I did read this yesterday. Okay. High above the mansion in its lofty perch, Mount Holly's attic provides curious explorers with a cache of dusty keepsakes, trinkets, and clues from a long-forgotten past. Yes, indeed. Okay, here we go. At this point, I'm just hoping for 2 more blue rooms that I haven't put here before. I don't know if I want rarer ones or more common ones. I kind of feel like I should try to force the utility closet in one of these spaces, simply to make it so that I can comfortably draft the utility closet on future days. But we'll see what we are given through our rerolls and everything. Well, okay, I said it. I'm going to take it. We're just going to do it. Utility closet. I'm double checking that I haven't already done it. I have not done it. Okay, here we go. I bet it's going to give me a clue about the fucking gemstone cavern unlock. Right? Like, how could it not? Oh, it's probably back there. That's fun. Okay, let's see if I can remember. Uh-oh. Okay. I know that this is simple, and I'm just... No, we don't want multiple reds. What am I doing? So it's like... There we go. Okay, so it's turn this red, then purple. Turn... Isn't that right? Turn this red, then purple. Turn this red, then purple. Turn this red, then purple. There we go. I have to start at the edge. And this red, purple. Red, purple, red, purple. There we go. Okay, and then I have to look at my notes. I actually don't know the sequence. It's actually going to be in my original notes that my iPad has a very difficult time loading, but it should be early enough in the notes that that won't be an issue. Yeah, here it is. Utility fuse box. We want off blue, green, white, red, purple. So we need this one to be the white one. White. Red. Oh, I need to do it the other way. Red, purple. And then off blue, green. Off blue, green. This is just me assuming that the blue memo is back here. Maybe it's not. If it is, that means it won't be for the... Yeah, here we go. I knew it. Smarty. Utility closets. DC Powers Designs for the V.A.C. controls were partly inspired by the gift they received from their client, an original Mora Jai box. I don't think that gives me anything other than some neat lore. Could be wrong. Guess I may as well do this just in case. Okay, lovely. One more blue memo. Okay, here's a thing that I want to try to force here. I haven't done the freezer yet, and I have the means to thaw if it turns out that the memo is in a place needing to be thawed. So I think I'm going to force the freezer. Plus I have 273 gold and 25 gems right now. So I think that's a wise decision. Get the freezer out of the way too. If I can. Now, I believe Clock Tower I have not. Oh no, I did. I have all three of these. Okay. So let's just redraw. I may as well use the dice. It doesn't matter. Oh, wait. I had the freezer yesterday, so it won't show up today. Stop all of those ideas. Freezer will not show up the day after it's been drafted. I almost fucked that up. And you know, oh man, red. That's another thing that I fucked up in a big way. On whatever the day was that I first got to 50 stars, and I had the reroll ability with that, was a day after a freezer, but I didn't realize yet that the freezer couldn't be drafted 2 days in a row. And I was trying desperately to get the furnace and freezer together because I was working on that whole situation. And I used just, I brought myself down to like 18 stars or something like that, trying to force the freezer. So I've been working my way back up slowly because of that. It was, what a hellish moment. I think I'm going to take the mailroom because it's relatively common. It's a dead end that I don't want to put here most of the time anyway. The locker room would be interesting. I obviously could re-roll for other stuff too. I kind of wish I had just written out every blue room in this sheet and could see which ones exactly I don't have yet. But I think I'm just going to do the mailroom and accept it. I'm going to double check that I haven't already done it, because a part of me feels like I have. Though it's possible that I'm just remembering a different person's stream who I had seen get it. I don't know. Let's do it. It's not in my list. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. I have so much stuff it couldn't give me more. I wonder if that's true, actually. Will it not give me more items than this can show, or does the inventory get visually smaller? I'm not remembering now, actually. It's an interesting question. Okay, let's find this blue memo, shall we? Is it with the other letters? Did I read this last one? Speaking strictly... Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Blue memo. A part of me would think that it would be in one of these boxes. That part of me would be wrong. Ah, I thought that was it for a second. I also have always wondered if there's some way to unlock these. Oh, dude, I was watching someone... Oh, actually, you've been watching them too, Red, I know. But I'm watching them through YouTube instead of on Twitch streams. Is it like Little Jam Strawberry or something like that? Red Jam Strawberry? I'm bad with remembering names, if that's not obvious by now. And they walked into the vault for the first time, and they were like, oh, what are all these arrows pointing up? And I was like, arrows? Those are just keyholes, man. It was very funny. I really enjoyed that moment. Hello, blue memo. When the attic blue memo was like barely visible. Oh, there it is. So that makes me like think things like this. Where was that? This right here. Like this little white thing makes me think that that could be it, you know, when I'm looking for it. Okay, here we go. Mailroom. Only 6 of the notorious red letters were addressed to Herbert S. Sinclair. How is that helpful to me? I actually don't know. How is that helpful? Why would I need to know that? I actually have no idea. Okay. You know, that's one thing I kind of wish... I know why that's not the case. You should have screenshots of everything, or pictures or whatever, or handwritten notes that are very detailed. But I do wish that these letters could be viewed from this screen. I know why they're not. It's just something that I wish. Okay, so now we've done all we can do. Hey, what if me having the blue royal scepter opens that blue door? I should go check. I have enough steps, I think. That breaker box puzzle a couple of times, streamers have asked if they have to solve it again, or is it a one-time thing? When people are having a lot of trouble with that puzzle, it surprises me a great deal. Especially when chat lies and says no, they don't know. Freaking half the people that are watching Blueprint streams got to room 46. Maybe they played another little while, have discovered a few things. Maybe they're even doing the blue memos or whatever, but they don't fucking know. And that happened yesterday too, actually. There was that person in the chat, maybe you weren't there at the time, I don't remember, who was saying like all of the sigils are meant to be brute forced. Like there's no way to know all of the things about all of the sigils. And I guess technically it is true that, is it Mora Jai? The Ark, the rainbow one. Like, it's true that there isn't any place that tells you that it's normal weather. Like, that's true. However, you can find that out by the fact that there isn't anything talking about weather, number one. You can know that it's not wind by testing it, windy, and there are notes and different things that talk about how all of the different realms have, like, there are some realms that have the same weather or whatever, but you can like deduce, like, there are so many ways to learn it. And somebody just saying, no, there's no way to know, you have to brute force it. Like, that's so weird to me. And it was someone who clearly had like completed the game, or got close to it at least. The clues are hiding out there, you just gotta find them all. The connection isn't so obvious sometimes. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's my point. Like, there's a lot of times where people, for whatever reason, because they've really played the hell out of blueprints, and don't get me wrong, it's an accomplishment. They think they know everything, and there's still things to know. It hurts me. And like, I was sitting in the chat just trying to be like, well, I figured it out this way, so there are ways to figure it out, but I also didn't want to provide any additional information, because that streamer who we were talking about earlier, whose name I've now forgotten again, Catnip, I think, like, explicitly said, I do not want help. I don't even want to be told things that are true or not true, like things that are not true. Like, they don't want any help at all. So I was just trying to sort of smooth over that entire experience for them. I don't remember if I said this before or after the stream dropped. I'm checking to see, not using this, but I'm taking this blue scepter down to the blue door to see if that opens it. Now that I'm thinking about it, it could also be that I need the blue crown and the blue scepter. I don't know. Honestly, I'm completely at a loss as to what to do with this door. And I love that. One day I'll figure it out. We're about to find out if today is that day. Oh, this is a question that I would love the answer to as well. There's one crate left here. I removed the experiment to remove crates from the tunnel. Yes or no? Is there any reason for me to remove this final crate? Just a yes or no. Or an I don't know if you don't know the answer. That's okay too. Oh, these go back home. Interesting. I just assumed all of these doors would remain open. Oh, I was also saying earlier when we were talking about the utility closet puzzle, I'm surprised when people struggle with it. Not initially. Like, obviously, initially, you're like not really, you have no idea what's going on. But once you have all of the information, it tells you exactly how to solve it. Like, once you've got both the mailroom info and the office email info, it just tells you. It gives you the answers. So it's confusing to me that that's a thing. I also have always wondered if, like, these can somehow be lit up. Oh, look how beautiful the night sky is. I always forget. Anyway, yeah. If you know whether this crate should be removed, I would love a yes or no for that. If you don't know, I would also like you to say I don't know. But also, you don't have to do anything. I'm not here to force anyone to do anything. All right, let's put these in here. Let's see if my blue scepter nothing. I just don't know. I don't know anything about what to do for you. I have so many resources unused today. That's very funny. I just don't know. Ooh, this almost got me too. When I had the power hammer and this wasn't being knocked down, I was so mad for a split second. And then I actually looked around the room, which I did do again in each of these, but I don't believe there was any indication. You think all the crates will go. Well, so I could put the experiment back into play so I could get rid of the last one. But what I'm asking is, as far as you know, is there a purpose to getting rid of this one? What else do I know about this tunnel? It's a great question. Do I know anything else about this tunnel? I don't think I know anything about this tunnel. Other than that there's a blue door that I can't open, and there's one, maybe two crates that I could still remove. I guess I also never thought about what the hell this is. I thought it was just a workbench, but yeah, I don't know anything else about this tunnel other than that I can't get through this door. And I don't know how to get through this door. So again, I guess this is fair. If that yes or no answer would give me information I shouldn't have yet, that's okay too, to not tell me. I would appreciate that, in fact. But what are you? How do I get you? I was really hoping the scepter was going to be the answer. What else do I know about this tunnel? What a fun question. It leads me nowhere. I know that I got the tunnel when I lit these torches. I know that I removed all of these crates. Removing the last crates doesn't do anything. Beautiful, thank you. I'm so happy to know that, because I removed the experiment and I was like, maybe I should just leave it and do it one more time, but it felt unnecessary to me, and I'm glad to know that that was true. After tomorrow, the site will be sealed and all remaining hardware will be packed up and transported to the original access tunnel for long-term storage. The original access tunnel. It's unclear if they will also seal that tunnel after our crew is left, but I suspect they may want to keep ready access to the gear, especially now that they have begun operations in the East Mine. A month ago, I believed that the discovery of gemstones in that cavern was directly linked to the closure of this site, but now I'm not so sure. The Baron doesn't seem the type to value shiny baubles over history. This was in 1918. Who was the Baron at the time? I'd have to go through all my notes to figure that out. So yeah, I guess the answer to your question is I don't know shit about this tunnel. And maybe I did say earlier in the stream that at some point, I don't know if it'll be on stream or if I'll just do it on my own, I'm gonna need to just like read every book again. I hope that I have all of them in photographs. It may be that I'll have to check out some books. Is this the other access tunnel that it's talking about? Sealed entrance underground. This was the year prior. We now have steam power, no longer have to rely on raw muscle. The new steam power hoists and winches are fully operational. We have been able to unearth over 5 times as much sediment per shift as we had previously. Hi, Tranquilotl. Yeah, thank you for not saying anything, basically. Here, I'll actually give you an update of my current goals in this game. Let me pull these up. I may need to amend them, but let's see. Maybe not. Okay, so maybe you just saw, maybe you didn't. I have this blue door in the tunnel that I can't figure out how to open. I'll eventually work on getting the Dead Ends trophy, but that's something I think I'm going to just save for way later. Filing cabinet keys. I have found 2 filing cabinet keys. And opened 2 filing cabinet drawers in the archives. I'm working on the Baron Bafflers. I believe I have the first 2 figured out. Being Inmate and Martini, perhaps. I have 9 treasure trove chests recorded, and I have already found the scepter, so take that for what it's worth. I'm currently request permission to give me a nudge. I kind of want to just say yes and take it. What do I mean by library corner books? So I've realized today, I think, or maybe it was yesterday, not in game, that the library description talked about the books that are on the daises or whatever they're called in the corners, which makes me think that they mean something more than just being a visual of books in the library. So there's something that I have to do with them. I don't know what, I don't know how. I also don't have a freaking clue what the family core is. I had never heard those words put together that way. But the blue memo in the vault said whatever it said about the family core. I'll have to pull it up to look at it again. But yeah, yeah. What cabinet keys have I used? I used 2 keys in the archive. I got them from the underneath the barbecue, and from where's the second one from? Oh, and from the laundry room. Yeah. Although what I'm being asked by both of you, which I'm okay with, I'm actually like, I don't want spoilers or direction necessarily, but I did mention earlier in the stream that I had a hunch that somewhere, some way, there are ways to open the other or some other cabinets and whatnot. Like, for example, maybe I can open something in here. I don't know. One of these mini filing cabinets. So that's something that I'll have to think about and try to figure out if there's another spot. And shoot, maybe I'll find those keys by getting the treasure map to the courtyard, or the treasure map into the bedrooms that aren't just the bedroom. Was that a yes or a no on the nudge? I got distracted. Honestly, I didn't really answer your question. I just thought about it a lot and couldn't decide, to be honest. I don't know. If honestly, I trust that if you think I am missing something, it probably means I should know it by now. So I'm going to say yes, but be vague. Yeah, is there anything else in this day that I should be trying to do? I don't know. Did I end up reading the mailroom? A dedicated mailing room in which incoming and outgoing post and packages are sorted and then delivered within the estate to their intended recipients. The facility has recently been upgraded to accommodate for the delivery of even larger commercial freights and crates. Okay, it's not helpful, but I'm glad that I read it, because now I have read it. The bench in the tunnel. Yeah, I did mention that when we were talking about what I know about the tunnel. There's something else about it. This is helpful. This is good. Oh, thank you. I did not mean to have them still there. I appreciate that. A bench in the tunnel. There's something there that I did not realize is there, perhaps. Oh my God. That is incredible. How long ago could I have gotten this? I had crates gone for so long. I mean, like, I couldn't get through the door yet until just like a week in real life, a week or so ago. But this I had access to for ages. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think I ever would have noticed that. Especially, like, my display is not the best display. Like, the view that you have on Twitch is probably better than the view that I have in a significant way. Wow. Yeah, I was halfway through the crates a long time ago. Holy shit. Well, this is... All right. Well, I have 18 steps to try to figure out where I can put this. Unfreaking believable. An old rusted file cabinet key. Were the other ones old rusted? I don't believe they were. Ah, yes, the inventory does shrink. That's right. Wow, I would never have seen it. Because I even stood here and looked at it, right? When you asked me what I know about the tunnel, I, like, looked at this and was... Is there anything else that I should know about this? Holy shit. Hey, Random Red. That was perfect. You are perfect. And you know what? You too, Tranquil Oddle. I appreciate you both. Yeah, moving it onto the wooden boards would be a huge improvement. I agree. I wonder if there's a functional reason why that's not possible. Okay, so, well, we were just talking about this. Let's see if any of these are openable. What a wild thing. I've been thinking about that for ages too. Like, is there a way? I don't have archives today, so if it's not down here. Hey, Square One, good to see ya. It's funny to see you here when I've pretty much... Hey, thanks for following. I appreciate that very much. I see you plenty in the Paul Chon Blueprint streams. It's nice to see you here too. And of course, we all know Red in all of the Blueprint streams. Okay, are there any other cabinets down here? Yes, there are. I'm gonna just walk up there to make sure. Okay, no. I don't think there are cabinets over there, but let's just get a bird's eye view of everything. What? Okay. I don't think there's one over here. No. Man, I am blown away by the fact that I did not see that archive key for weeks. For weeks. No, I've not finished the game. I know. I play it dangerously, going out and watching streams of this beautiful, beautiful experience. I am, honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm very much not done with this game. Where else are there cabinets? Gotta think about this a little bit. But yeah, I try to watch, I only watch streams of people who are earlier in the game, because I'm just obsessed with this game, and even when I'm not playing it, I want to think about it and I want to watch other people discover things. But I certainly do play a dangerous game in that, you know, they could discover things that I haven't yet. Though at this point, honestly, I think most people don't get to this point when they're streaming blueprints. I'm trying to think, is there filing cabinets in the mailroom? I don't think there are. Let's look at the directory here. Let's give this a full once over. There could be one in the attic that I'm not recalling. Nobody has finished the game. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's true, but I hope that that's still the case, that there are still things to figure out. It does feel like that's likely, you know? But I don't know enough to know enough. You know? Let's see. There could be one in the drafting studio, but I don't think that there is. Security has the has filing cabinets. I should check that. I'm gonna actually write this down for myself. Sorry that this is horribly unreadable at the moment, but I'm gonna need to adjust for my own sake. Just in case I don't figure this out today. Nope. What is the key called, even? File cabinet key. Community is still actively solving. It 100% is. I won't get into why, but there are things we are positive lead to more solutions. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it very much. File cabinet key. I'm just going to write places that I think could have cabinets. Mailroom was one. Security. Obviously, we could check all the other archives. Let's get back to the directory for myself. Okay, so I want to check the attic if I can. I probably can't today because I think it's too far to the north for how many steps I've got left. Man, that this key was just sitting there for me to pick up this whole time is crazy. Is there one in the vault? I don't think that there is. Nor do I think there's one in the office. Okay. There's one moment that if you reach, you are caught up with the community in a way that spoils nothing. Got it. Very cool. I look forward to it. Maybe I'll never get there, but I think that I eventually will. Okay, security already wrote. Were there cabinets in the lab? I'm gonna just write it down just in case. Lab. Don't think there's one in the mail room. Is there one in the freezer? I don't think so. V.A.C is currently beating the game as far as anyone has. Cool. I don't know who V.A.C is, but I'm excited to hear that it is being worked on and presumably streamed, if you're saying that. I assume that that's what that means. Obviously the archives. Did I already write that? Yes. There could be one in the treasure trove. I'm trying to envision the trove's stuff behind. I don't recall. I'm going to draft the treasure trove plenty. I don't need to even write it down. And then outer rooms. Are there any? There could be one in the trading post that I would just never have even thought about. I'm going to write that to remind myself to look there at some point. Oh, I see. That is currently beating the game. I understand. Okay. So let's see if some of these are possible. Where can I get? Well, security is right at the front. Let's check that. We have security. We have the vault I could double check. I have... Steps are a brutal resource sometimes. Honestly, I was pretty cavalier with my steps today. Because you know, in most cases, you have so many at this point in the game that I just kind of don't give a shit about them. Oh, is there one in the storeroom? I could see that being true. Well, let's do the security first. So we're not going here. But yeah, at this point, for this specific puzzle or solve or whatever, I'm not worried about not getting it right now. Now that I know that that key is where it is, I can go pick it up anytime that I need to. What was that sound? Why did it make like a, I don't know, mechanarium style, not mechanarium, rotunda style sound? Or like an elevator going up or down. I don't know. Strange. Are there any filing cabinets down in this area? You didn't hear anything? Maybe it was in real life. And earlier in the stream, I had a moment where I dug a hole, didn't have the kennel yet, and a dog outside barked in the perfect tone and timbre and style as what the kennel does when you dig a hole. And I was like, what the heck? I don't have the kennel. And I realized it was a dog outside. Very funny. You did hear it. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. It was minor, but it did happen. Okay. I really was thinking this could be it. Are there others? Steps are a great nod to the inspiration from Maze. Cool. Yeah, I've heard about that book. I'm definitely interested. It did sound like the microchip doors. You're right. It did sound like that. Maybe it's because I don't know, but that is what the sound was. Maze, I'm interested in diving into one day. I also got a book that's like a J.J. Abrams thing or whatever. The fake name is called The Ship of Theseus. Don't remember what the real name is called, but like that's a like puzzle style book that I'm interested in getting into. I got it. I haven't done anything with it yet. Okay, where else did I want to check? The study. Okay, I can remove security from my list. We can check the study easily as well. Back in the 80s, nobody could solve it, even with a $10,000 prize as motivation. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily try to solve Maze. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm interested in just experiencing it in one form or another. So there aren't any in the study. Let me erase that as well. I didn't even write that down, so now I feel especially dumb. Mailroom, archives, attic, lab, trading post, storeroom. I also had a thought that perhaps there was one in the vault, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. So let's get to these others. I guess now, how many steps do I have? 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. That doesn't make sense to do. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I could check the storeroom to see if there's one in there. That'd be 4, 3. That would be the only place I can get. Is there a way for me to get up to the attic or the mailroom? I don't think so. And I opted out of taking the secret garden. That's very funny. I could have put the secret garden in this attic spot, or this drawing room spot, and I opted out. Would have made it so that I could just travel anywhere. Anyway, like I said, I'm not worried about not being able to do this run, because now I know that file cabinet key is there. I'll be able to keep exploring and figure it out. Maze also isn't your particularly favorite kind of puzzle to solve. Yeah, I mean, blueprints is magic, you know? Like, this could never happen again, this game, this kind of thing. Is there any way for me to get up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can get to the mailroom or the attic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, but if I get to the attic, then I lose out. So I guess we'll just check the mailroom, and that'll be that. Okay. But wow, this is huge. Thank you again for giving me said nudge, because there was no way I was ever going to find that. Blueprints is such a great implementation of every concept it's based on. I agree. It's a perfect roguelike game. It's a perfect puzzle game. It gives you everything that Myst gives you from a puzzle and mystery perspective, layered on top of a roguelike. And then on top of that, it makes it so that the places where someone can end their play of the game, there are millions of them. That's not true. There are many of them. Like, someone could play this game, have a great time, never even get to room 46, and just be like, that was a fun romp. I didn't finish the boss. Like, I didn't get to Hades or whatever. And that's okay. They get to room 46, they see the credits, they're done. That's okay too. They get to room 46, they decide they want to keep going, they play for a few weeks, and they realize that maybe the puzzles are harder than they realized they would be. And they stop. Or they get the new clue, and they start delving in, and maybe you can't figure it out on your own, but you find somebody that you can play with and work on. Like, yeah, the puzzles themselves take advantage of the roguelike mechanics. It's just perfect. You're absolutely right. I can't believe that it is the perfect experience that it ended up being. And I love roguelikes, you know? They are something that I tend to enjoy quite a lot. But I just never would have expected this to end up being the game that it really is. And obviously that's true for everyone playing this thing. Oh yeah, is there one in here? I don't think there is. Okay. We're going to the mailroom. There's not one in here. I kind of knew that already, but I just wanted to check. Oh, I have extra steps because of the feet, or the shoes. I can get to the attic, too. Wow. Thanks, running shoes. Okay, so there's not one in the attic, and there's not one in the mailroom. Attic out. Mailroom out. I'm pretty sure that there wasn't one in the storeroom. It probably is just in the archives. It's just, I wish I remembered, and I don't, this is not something that I want an answer to. I wish I recalled whether or not the previous file cabinet keys said the same thing. A long buried file cabinet key likely opens up a drawer somewhere on the estate. I wish I could remember that. Let me look at the archive room really quick. I'm realizing now that the symbol on the key is that mountain playthrough, or that, I just read your thing and said playthrough, is that mountain insignia. I don't, like, there's not that many places where you see that. Archives. Countless shelves of documents and towering file cabinets make this otherwise immense space seem small and cramped. These archives contain almost a century of records and files pertaining to Sinclair, to the Sinclair family's numerous interests, many of which are sealed and unable to be accessed. It's in the archives. There's simply no, it's gotta be. Saying that this has almost a century of records is what's telling me that finding the key in that tunnel next to a clipboard that's talking about 1918, that's where it's going to be. We'll do that in our next playthrough. Not playthrough, our next stream. Every playthrough is unique. Before you finish day one of your game is different to everyone else. Absolutely. And it's just like, that's one of the reasons why you guys all see me in other streams so often. It's not like, yeah, there have been two things that have been mildly spoiled for me. One, I knew actually because of a podcast that was talking about blueprints. They were doing a really good job not spoiling, but they said something, I don't remember what it was, that led me to know that a new clue was talking, like, they said something about the corner cases and being what's the word, not capitalized, but you know what I mean, that, and so me finding the microchips that way, or the one microchip that leads you to, I don't know that I was even close to figuring that out when I heard that. And then the second, what was the second thing? It was minor, but yeah, I just can't stop watching streams of people playing this game because every experience is new. The check corner cases thing, yeah. But like the fact that the words were undercase, I think is what it says or whatever. Like, it's just such a good time. Somehow, despite how absurd the core premise of how the house works is, it sold so well through all the world building around it. The Corica Academy, the drafting strategy publications, the notes from Babbage and Mary. Yeah, like, it's just something special. Once you get 8 Sanctum keys, 7 red letters, all the floor plans, and both microchips, you're pretty safe to consume blueprints. Yes, I agree. There have been a couple times where, like, for example, I was talking with Red earlier about a stream that we were both in yesterday, where the person was, like, they're working on the Baron Bafflers. I don't have the Baron Bafflers figured out. I only have the first 2, I think. Obviously, I don't know for certain. But they, like, started talking about it, and I just immediately had to mute my computer because I was like, I don't want this information. But, like, there are certain little things where someone might have found something early or in an order that I didn't, where it could be a challenge for me. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It is the case. I guess I'm not choosing where I'm ending the day today. I have the choice between attic or drawing room. So let's just stay in the attic and end the day. Look at all those resources. So funny. Oh, wow. Okay. So I love that I have this file cabinet key as a next goal, because I bet that this is going to lead me to an answer. It may not answer the one of the things, but it's going to lead me to an answer toward one of the things that I have no clue about, like the blue holly leaf door, or the coat of arms, or the library books, or the family core. Like, there's so many things. Laundry room makes resources so trivial, it's so useful. I agree. And actually, that's a room that I don't use often enough, I would say. Although, it doesn't matter a ton necessarily. Wow. Let's get this into the corner here. What a beautiful thing. Thanks everyone for being here. It's obviously a joy to play this game. It's especially wonderful to have people watching me play it and engaging with what's happening. You set it to common as soon as you could, and often use a yellow scepter for its sake. Sure, that makes sense. I'm finding that the green scepter or the orange scepter have really been a boon for me in big ways. Part of the orange is because I have the pool hall for the billiard room upgrade. So that makes it so that I basically just don't need keys most of the time. But yeah, next time we stream, which will be... Sorry, next time I stream Blueprints, I should say, which should be either Sunday or Monday. I don't know which. We're going to be trying to get that filing cabinet key to the archives. And try to finish out all the blue rooms for the memos. And it'll also be the first day in a little while that we haven't had the blessing of the monk. So we'll try to get the shrine outside so that I can try to get the scepter stone and crown all to the throne. I know what I need to do for that. I mean, I'm assuming I know what I need to do for that in getting all of them there. So that'll be something fun to discover, and probably will lead me to yet another puzzle, of course. You usually switch off of yellow once you get the laundry room. That does make sense. Laundry room plus study for infinite rerolls. Yeah, the study is so powerful. I would like to get it to be common at some point, if it's not already. But the study plus just something that gives you gems. The green, even green, will give you 1,000,000 gems a lot of the time, right? Powered laundry and high roller for infinite everything. Yeah. It's just like there's so many options, you know. Although powering the laundry room is a mild challenge sometimes. Easier if you have the aquarium upgrade for power, obviously. But man, yeah. If you're only a Blueprints watcher, that's okay. I appreciate that and want you here. I do also play a lot of retro games, just as an aside. I'm currently just started an Ocarina of Time playthrough. It'll be the third time that I beat the game. Once when I was a kid, once a couple years ago. But have I ever played Animal Well? I have. I've not completed Animal Well. I basically got to the final boss, spent about an hour looking for a couple eggs, and then decided I was done with it. It didn't grab me the way that Blueprints is grabbing me, necessarily. I also didn't stream Animal Well, which is a regret of mine. There's a lot of games that I really wish that I had streamed, even Blueprints. Like, I didn't stream Blueprints until a few days after I had gotten to room 46 already. So I don't have record of my play prior. Like, I don't have my time in the gallery of me just sitting staring at the screen for 3 hours, you know? But there are a lot of cool puzzles deep in the well. Absolutely. I think that that's a game that I probably won't ever get back to, but will at some point watch a deep dive playthrough of someone who's doing it or who has already done it. Because there's so much there, and I didn't have it in me to do it, and I don't think I do. Part of it is because I loved the game, but some of the mild platforming that you have to do with some of the items just didn't feel right and under my fingers. And I play a lot. Like I just finished Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. There's a lot there. But yeah, so if you ever want to come back and watch non-Blueprint streams, I do that about twice a week. Ocarina of Time. I'm going to get back to Hades 2 very soon because I did not finish that yet. I also really want to play Mina the Hollower, but I think I'm going to wait for a physical copy to come out for the Switch. You enjoy Metroidvanias a lot, so that style of platforming is pretty familiar. I play a ton of Metroidvanias. Metroid Dread is one of my favorite games from the last couple of years. What else? What other Metroidvanias have I played recently? Curse of the Moon, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Yeah, it's one of my favorite genres as well. And for some reason, it just didn't quite work. Mio, I haven't played it yet, but I do have a copy of it. I don't remember if I got it for Switch or PlayStation, but I have a physical copy. Same thing with Ori. I have not played Ori yet, but I know that's a game that I will love. And I think is a Metroidvania. Definitely a platformer. So yeah, I'll have more blueprints for you in a couple days, and I'll have some Ocarina of Time on the day after that. I don't know when it will be, but I gotta get going. It's 1 in the morning, and I haven't had dinner yet. You preferred the first Ori to the second? Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. It really has been a pleasure. Let's actually find a raid. I'm realizing that in blueprints I haven't been raiding because I'll often only have one viewer, and that's not a good raid. But this let's find someone who's early in blueprints, huh? Okay, here we go. They have day 36, a couple sigils already. But yeah, they're definitely earlier than I am, so I don't feel bad about heading in there. This is someone named VTuber Talk. I don't know them at all, but let's have a good time watching more blueprints, as we all do. All right, thanks again, everyone. I will see you next time, and I'm sure I'll see some of you in other blueprint streams as we go.